Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, as we're speaking now, William Samoei Ruto, as the President of the Republic of Kenya, in his capacity, on this day, Thursday, he has departed for Tanzania to participate, listen to this, in celebrations of making the 60th anniversary of the Union of mainland, that is Tanzania, and the island Zanzibar. Kulikuwa na Tanganyika na Zanzibar, things like those ones. So they are celebrating their union of 60 years. Ruto has gone to join them in the celebration. Then after that, after visiting Tanzania, Ruto is set to commence a 2-day state tour to Zimbabwe, where he will be holding a meeting with the President of Zimbabwe, Emmerson Mnangagwa. Ruto is also the chief guest at the 4th Zimbabwe International Trade Fair. So he's the chief guest there. And above all, after this 2 visits, one in Tanzania, another one in Zimbabwe, that makes about 3 days. The exact date of Ruto's return to the country was not announced, but we are aware that he will be out for those reasons. Now, it is well and good to meet with the other countries, join them in the celebrations, be with them, bring the unity and strengthen the tie between these countries. And if you look at this, at least the one for Zimbabwe is a bit important compared to the one for Tanzania. But above all, you have Minister for Foreign Affairs in the name of Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, who already have seen him in Zimbabwe. They've been holding several meetings. You can also as well have him to represent you when you are busy. Now look at this. As we're speaking now, we have a president who make a decision to leave the country at a time when we are in crisis. You look at Nairobi, it has turned into an ocean. Imekuwa ni mto, imekuwa ni bahari, imekuwa ni ziwa. So the poor have been affected the most because they don't have options. People have been swept with floods, massive rain. Others are hanging on their ceiling. Other people have been forced to get through the rooftop, wabomoe mabati, wapande juu, wakae tu juu ya mabati wakingojea ile level ya maji pande fike pale. I've been sharing several videos where Eric Omondi is in a rescue mission. Yes, we have seen Raila Odinga holding meetings with the Nairobi leadership on the same issue. But we have a president who leaves the country at a time when he is needed the most. When I look at Ruto's trip to Tanzania and Zimbabwe, then I remembered at one point when the same president of Tanzania whom is going to visit, Mama Samia Suluhu, was at the United Nations meeting, Unga. And it happened to rain too much in Tanzania, where they were having now landslide that claimed some lives of the people. Samia Suluhu had to cut short her visit, her meeting at UN to go and mourn with her people, to go and be with her people to find out a solution. Yes, even when she was at UN, she could make phones here and there, make orders and things be put in place. But she knew that her presence in that event is more needed. You need to take an action. Besides the action, be available. So that the people can feel your presence. They can see you in their problems. Ruto, by this kind of visit, he is that friend who ran away from you when you are in times of trouble or need. That's what they say, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Your presence is so much important. So Ruto ni yule rafiki ukiwa na shida anahepa. Wakati wa raha na sherehe, he's available. That is the kind of the president we have here in Kenya. That is exactly what he's demonstrating here. We can't have such kind of floods in Nairobi. Then you leave and you say that I've had several meetings with the leaders. I have activated rescue emergency something there. Now it is Gachagua addressing the people, but you are nowhere. You have gone to celebrate some events in Tanzania. Then bilateral talks and trade agreements in Zimbabwe. The event in Zimbabwe can be postponed maybe. Or if it cannot, then you have the prime CS. In his capacity can represent you. Is one of the senior most government official under UDA administration. Lakini huyu mjamaa lazima atoke aende afike Zimbabwe na Mudavadi angefanya hiyo kazi. Badala ya kutuma Gachagua aende Tanzania na yeye abaki Kenya to deal with the serious issues here, he's the one going to Tanzania to go and celebrate. He's going for celebration. Why not send Gachagua? And you remain here and do the work that Gachagua is doing. So at the time, Kenyans needed to see William Ruto available. The same way he was available during campaign. In campaign gear, he was visiting some areas that down to earth. Wale watu maskini kabisa ile ya kuonyesha kweli bottom up. He was there. But at the time when people need him, during these floods, that man is not available. He's busy. He's very busy to go and celebrate in Tanzania. That is your president. That's the man in the State House. The symbol of national unity. A man whose face is needed at the time of trouble. And as they, every time when we have had problems, he is always out. Gachagua anabaki hapa so that when there is mess, Gachagua anabeba msalaba. So he will always leave the mess to Gachagua. Right now, we don't know if really the budget that has been set aside for emergency issues like this one is going to work. Utapata akiepa hivi. It is only a quarter of the budget that is going to reach out to the people. But I'm telling you, in crisis time like this one, it is also their time to eat. And you can see. There is enough resource in this country to deal with the issue of rescue emergency. But they delay too much. Wait until it is becoming worse. So that now well-wishers and other people like Eric Omondi will have done some of the work. Then they come in. As they come in, it's only a quarter of the budget. The rest ni pesa itaishia kwa hizi mkutano wanapanga sijui rescue team, sijui commission what. Those who are going to deal with this issue, they will be sitting, eating tea and mandazi, talking about how to come and rescue you, instead of coming on the ground to deal with the issue timely. Wanangoja uumie, ukufe kwa maji, ndio wakuja kutafuta mwili. That's why they are busy. We need a president who is hands-on. A man whose presence will be there. A man who will make orders and you see things rolling. This one of ours. He likes celebrations. Hospitality. No time for you. We have not seen him coming. We have not seen him even addressing one event to talk about the issue of floods. Instead, we only saw Gachagua. But he's so much busy. He don't have time for you. And you think you have a president. But he's always available when it comes to taxing. When it comes to these bills, he's available. Threatening members of parliament, pushing them, lobbying everything to make sure that there is double taxation, that no tax is missed, that no one is left out. That is the kind of the president we have. He don't care about you. That has evidently come out so much clear and so much open. So forget about Ruto. He's not there for you. He's so much busy.